What did I plug last time?
Hi.
Subway?
Hi. Yeah. Oh, would you shut up? Hey, Neal Brennan here.
Neal, you always go first.
I know. But you've done all right for yourself. You guys, I'm coming on the road. First of all, I'm gonna be in Montreal with Moshe this week.
Booyah.
And then August 16, 17, 18, I'm going to be in Atlanta at the Laughing Skull.
Great club.
Come fucks with me. And then 30th, 31st, and 1st of September, I'm going to be in Richmond, Virginia.
Fuck with him.
Come fuck with me there.
Well, it's me, Moshe Kasher. I'm going to be, this weekend in Montreal at the Just for Laughs Festival doing a bunch of fun shows. So look it up. Google Just for Laughs, Moshe Kasher. And, of course, I'll be Just for Laughs in Toronto in September. And until then, tune into NBC this fall to the new normal. Check out what I've been fucksing with during my day job now. Doug?
It's next weekend, 27th in Chicago with Tim Heidecker and Neil Hamburger. No, Madison on the 28th, Milwaukee the 29th, and then Australia in September.
Blake, what do you don't have any endorsements, do you? Do you have anything you need to promote?
I'd like to give a big shout out to Kia, Subway, Red Bull, Nike. Oh gosh, Vizio.
Vizio, yeah.
Maybe in the post we can cut all these together so it sounds like I didn't forget anybody.
Yeah,
that's perfect, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start, huh?
Let's fuck with some champs.
Fucks with it.
Now you're fucking with the champs.
It is an exciting day in Venice, California. The sun is shining. Neal's already cutting me off. I haven't even begun to
Four
speak.
adult dudes dancing in a room by themselves.
It's a very exciting day for the champs. It's actually our first repeat guest, a friend of the champs, and an exciting man. Neal, introduce your friend.
It's a Where Are They Now episode.
That's right.
Champs. This is a guy who was on the champs. He was our first big guest. We had some blog hits. Because he talked about farting during a Knick game.
That's
Hopefully
right.
you'll repeat something like that.
Something
and he was on the All-Star team. He was on the Olympics. We're going to talk about that.
It's the king of basketball himself.
King of
Blake
basketball.
Griffin, ladies and
Blake
gentlemen.
Griffin. Yeah.
A.K.A. Pretty Red.
Pretty Red.
Thank you guys.
Pretty Red.
Can we start coming up with new nicknames too?
Yeah,
It's a great idea.
Well,
King of basketball.
I found out like 2 hours ago this was happening, so
Doug, you didn't do your magic?
I didn't get the list together, but you
Right.
know, I'll start now and then silently write them down.
Thank you.
What would you say were the highlights of your season?
The lockout ending.
Yeah, the
lockout. That was cool.
When we were able to go back to playing basketball.
That was exciting.
To playing a children's game for money.
Yeah, you refer to it as children's. It's a children's game.
It was a child's PE game. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Is that right?
James Naismith invented the game for children. They shot into peach baskets. Anyways, I don't want to give a whole history, but it's a child's game.
So the lockout ended, and then you guys started getting good guys.
Yeah, we got we signed a great player, Crom Butler. We made a trade for a guy named Chris Paul.
Yeah,
who's my point guard. He's very good, and we kind of turned it around this season. We had a good season, went to the playoffs, and the rest was a blur.
Yeah, the playoffs were fun. It was fun that Memphis series was. I hate to say it was grisly.
Yeah, our first series against Memphis went 7 games. A lot of bouncing basketballs.
But that was it was rough as hell.
It was basically like football. It was without pads. By the second, third game, I just started hitting people. For real,
it was crazy.
Literally, people would run into the lane and I would just hit them.
Like punch them?
Well, no, not like
you can't.
Not like punch, just like you got to throw a shoulder into it,
right.
But nothing malicious. It was just an extra level of physical to where
no elbows to the face.
Yeah, I got a bat. You should look it up on YouTube. It's
you got a bat. Is that where you got your mouth?
No, that was a different.
Yeah, is that where you got your mouth from, son?
Didn't World Peace knock someone with his elbow?
Yeah, that's James Harden.
Yeah, that's
weird. That's a great clip.
Maybe your new nickname could be something like that, end of hunger or something. Like, no more poverty.
Stop AIDS in Africa.
Yeah, stop AIDS in Africa.
And here comes Stop AIDS in Africa.
A response to world peace.
Yeah, that would actually be a great nickname for you. Did you hurt your knee in that series? Is that where you hurt your knee?
Yeah, I strained the. Oh gosh, I feel like such a dummy. I strained the nerve in my knee. I strained a nerve in my knee. Yeah, that was it.
How do you? Did that lead to the Olympic thing?
No, that was completely different. Actually, both of them are kind of freak accidents. Like I came down and somebody's foot was on mine, and then I got hit on my upper body, and so my calf basically stayed the same or stayed where it was, and my leg like rotated over. So
now, all right. So you had a great year, right? And then the Olympics, and then you were doing that for like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
a week.
I reported to camp, did some workouts. We had practice. The training camp started. I was there for like a little over a week and tore my meniscus in my knee.
How bad is that?
It's on the list of knee surgeries. It's not that bad.
Oh, good.
Because the recovery's pretty. I mean, I'm walking fine now.
So we're going to see the return of the end of AIDS in Africa this season.
Yes, season 3.
Season 3.
Season 3, the return of AIDS in Africa.
The Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
That's a terrible.
World peace is guarding. World peace is guarding end of all hunger.
Ending AIDS in Africa. Over to spina bifida.
Speaking of which, Neal, I watched that doc. Did you guys all watch the documentary that Neal posted to
The AIDS
about
in Africa?
AIDS in Black America?
Did you watch it?
I did watch it. Yeah.
It was breathtaking, wasn't it?
It was breathtaking, and
Yeah.
in fact, it includes a basketball player, Magic Johnson, as a kind of Magic Johnson coming out as having HIV as a kind of watershed moment in the entire history of AIDS in the black community. Finally, saying if Magic got it, anybody can get it.
But it was a watershed, but yet it kind of didn't help.
Right. They said, check this out, that Washington, D.C. has the AIDS percentage of higher than, in the black community, than Angola, the Congo, Ethiopia, and all kinds of other African nations, which is crazy.
Which is why we're glad you're here, because you're all about ending AIDS.
And I'm also half black.
And you're half black,
right.
so this is your...
So I'm...
no, here's what I wanted to talk about. Blake and I spoke about this the other day. I, this week... had a bunch of blood work done. Turned out I'm great, guys.
Awesome.
Tell
What were you looking for?
Tell them how old
AIDS-free.
they told you were.
Were you looking for
The
AIDS?
physiology of a 20-year-old.
Is that for real?
Yeah, it's true.
You know how many people have told me that? Like, yeah, the doctors say I'm like a 23-year-old.
Yeah, they're all
that's like exactly what they go to every time.
Yeah, it's like a doctor's pickup line, basically.
Did they say you have the face of a... I can't do it, but you know where the joke was going.
No, I got it.
Yeah.
I'm asleep with your daddy.
I had to give a stool sample, which I've never done before, and it was horrifying because with a stool sample, I don't know if you even know anything about it. You don't just shit into a cup. You shit onto cloth.
Cloth?
They give you like gauzy,
shit cloth.
Shit cloth. We'll call
sure.
it.
How much do they need?
full shit?
No, so you all right, so you shit into a cloth and
And then do you like whip it around like a candy and then
It's
throw it over your
a-
shoulder?
It's actually an inch by inch square.
That you run
gotta-
underneath you run underneath your anus as you just shit a line straight down it, whip it around, and then toss it into the doctor in the other room.
Yes. No, you have to, and then you take a poker, get a sample of it, and
Okay.
then stick the poke, like basically like a.
You got to do the poke.
Yeah, you got to take it.
You got to
have
be the
take
shit
poke.
nurse.
I feel like some
Yeah.
people can't physically do that.
What do you mean?
Like physically. I feel like some people would just. I feel like some people would just throw up before they.
Oh, while
got to-
going through their own doo-doo?
Yeah.
I feel like if it's your shit, you don't care that much.
I don't know.
It wasn't
man.
great. So then you have to poke it, and then you take the poker and stick that in like in a tube.
Oh,
like
wow.
In like a wet, in like the fluid.
Okay.
The part that was crazy was
How hard you were?
the
whole time?
the size of my erection. It's really hard to just shit into a cloth.
Right.
Like, and so Blake was saying he has no problem with that. Like you wouldn't, because you have to shit in public a lot.
Wait, what?
Well, not in front of people, but like, can you go to the bathroom in a public restroom?
Oh, I love to do that.
Yeah, so can I.
I can. No
I know
problem.
certain people like you don't like to do it. Brent Weinbach doesn't like to do it. I'm into it. I'd almost rather
What
do
do you
it.
mean you're
I'm
into
not
it?
into it.
I just think it's like
I'd
into it.
rather be at home, but still.
I don't care.
As long as there's a door that separates you.
Have you guys done drug tests?
yeah,
Like
I've
where you
done
pee in a cup?
many drug tests.
Yeah. When you did it, did they like stand in front of you and watch it leave your body?
There must have been some legal thing where they couldn't watch because they would be in the room, but they could never be like in front of you. They would be behind you, kind of making sure you weren't doing shady shit. Because what kids would do is they would get like a bag of piss from somebody else, or just some water. You could just put water in because urine is essentially water. If you just put water in and go, oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Then you wouldn't. So they would.
You have to
See,
say
if ours.
Yeah, that's what's up right there, man.
That's what's up, and that's what's up, and that's the story of water.
And that's the story of pee-pee right there.
What are they testing you got besides weed? What like HGH? And
Performance enhancing drugs, yeah. During the season, you get tested for street drugs and performance enhancing drugs, and then during the off season, you just get tested for performance enhancing. So.
So you can do street grubs?
Oh yeah.
Street grubs?
Street crud.
You
Street
can
crud.
do street grubs?
Street grub. I
Vibed.
didn't know that in the off season. Do people know that
Yeah, I think so.
you can do drugs in the off season?
You're trying to find a scoop.
No.
Do the
I didn't
bloggers know that?
No, because I'm afraid that
Got some hot news coming in.
guys.
Fresh from End AIDS in Africa, it's a scoop about street grubs. I want to know, Neal, about pooping on the cloth. What are they looking for? Why are you doing that? Why haven't I ever been asked to do that?
Because I'm thinking. I went to like one of those like maybe get some fucking HGH type, just like because I don't want to die.
HGH doesn't make you not die.
Yeah, I think it actually.
I want some anti-aging.
I think it actually
shit.
speeds the process up a little bit.
No. You guys are dead wrong. I'm going to get my doctor on
That's
the
some
phone.
Jose Canseco shit, man.
Yeah, man. You sound like Jose Canseco.
No way, Jose.
That's such a Blake Griffin anti-drug PSA. Hey, do you
drugs for this body? No way, Jose.
And then Jose comes in like, I still do take it, but don't you take it. I made a lot of mistakes.
Jose,
that's right, Blake.
That's short.
That's right, Blake. I'll ruin my life on them steroids.
He actually doesn't talk like that at all. He does. Does he have an accent?
He did the podcast.
Does he have an accent?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I'm Jose Canseco.
That's not him.
That's a clip from the
I'm
podcast.
Jose Canseco.
I remember hearing about that. Actually, I didn't hear that episode.
Yeah, it was
Sorry,
kind of
guys.
magic.
That's some monster shit, man.
Speaking
of monster shit, back to you.
No, so it just took a while. It took 45 minutes for
you
me
to shit.
Look, I don't want to. Every time Blake comes on here, we just talk about.
Was it one long poo?
It was like that was.
Was it because he had so much? And it just kept swirling around.
No, it just wouldn't. It like didn't. My asshole is not thrusting.
When I was a youth, I shit into my own hand just to see what it would feel like. You ever do that?
Well, that's the closest it came. It like I could feel it in the cloth.
Right, like getting heavier and droopier.
And then I was afraid I was going to
The cloth was like tied up against your
Now-
body.
I
did
did
you-
it over the toilet? I didn't. I don't. Yeah, it was not.
Did you hold the cloth like with one hand or two hands? I'm trying to get a visual
I
here.
one part of the cloth with one of my butt
Because
cheeks.
I'm picturing him holding it like when you're drying your ass
Yeah,
off.
yeah,
with
yeah,
a towel,
exactly.
wasn't
But then
unlike
shitting and moving it.
Yeah, you could also do it like a two hand.
Oh, right.
Hold it behind like
Right.
you're doing a dip.
Yeah.
I think I kind of
The drugs do work.
Or just fold it out on the bathroom floor away from the toilet, squatted down like a Chinese guy taking a shit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different choices
Like
here.
I was trying to prove a point.
Right.
I had a vendetta. I was settling a vendetta.
Oh, man. That shit is great.
Yeah, no, it was pretty great. But I have the physiology of a 20-year-old, guys. So, and that's before the drugs. I have high estrogen from drinking too much soy milk.
Oh, interesting.
I have high testosterone, but also high estrogen.
What are you high on? Do you know?
Life.
Yeah. No way, Jose. I'm high on life.
You just signed a big. Did you have to take a physical for your big contract?
Yeah, I did. I
did
took the physical like 2-3 days before I got hurt. 2 days before I got hurt, actually.
What did you?
It's not
Attaboy.
funny. It's just it's
That's
it's
good.
crazy how things work out
It's
like
just
that.
wild out here.
Yeah.
But I'm already back. I'm back, Jack.
You're back on the court.
Yeah, I had to take a physical. I had to. I was in Vegas for the USA training camp and had to fly back in to LA for the physical Monday morning, and then flew back out to Vegas. My life is pretty.
It's pretty good. No, don't
No.
be sarcastic. Your life is really good.
No. It was just hectic. It was a lot.
Here's a question.
I hear you, bro.
The day after you tore your meniscus, do you
Yeah.
think I could have beat you in one-on-one?
No, I still would have beat you.
Okay. What about the three of us versus you?
The day of surgery,
You see why
you guys could have
You're
beat
like
me.
doped up and you're still like sort of hooping on us. In like a hospital gown with a IV like roll along next to him, still just like dunking on us with his like IV thing in the air as he comes down.
Actually, that would be a pretty sick like dunk, you know, for
That
the,
would
for
be.
the
For the
next
dunk
dunk
contest.
contest.
Yeah,
dunk
for dunk
contest. Like,
contest.
oh, he had to
IV.
pull out. He had surgery, and I
All
just wheel
dramatic. The
out.
lights go down, and then one spotlight on you, and you come out.
No, that actually would be like a great.
That'd be a great dunk.
like you rip the thing off. You rip the
That'd be
IV
dope.
off.
Oh, and then to like one up it, you come out for the next one. You've ripped your gown off. You're totally naked. From the 3-point line, you slam dunk, but while you're in the air, the basketball goes through the hoop, and somehow you pull out a cheesecloth and you do a stool sample into it, dunk that too, and then just walk off stage with double peace signs.
And you're naked the whole time.
Yeah,
And it's called dunking and dumping.
With Blake Griffin.
pretty great.
Do you ever think that would be really fun to do, like when you to retire from basketball? I always think about that with like getting out of comedy, like taking a round of like auditions and meetings where I just do like the worst, most like horrible shit ever just to like exit.
Yeah.
Just as you're fine, like I'm
The
out.
Swan song, yeah.
You don't worry about your legacy, right? Whenever people talk about their legacy, I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? Like,
Right.
what, my legacy?
That seems like some sports shit more than some comedy shit, though.
It's some show. It's some sports shit. But like,
I feel like that's a people thing.
Yeah.
Like
I think it's
some people are into their legacy. You know,
Right.
it's
I believe
because
it.
nowadays you can't really mess up if you're in the spotlight. If you mess
Right.
up, it's a big thing and it's blown up.
It's over.
Thanks to people
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you writing jokes on the internet,
Right.
Joe Paterno got that statue
on the
taken down, didn't he?
www.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I saw a great tweet that was like, for all of those who are against the statue being taken down, just turn the other way and
Get
and
up off
act
Twitter.
Oh, that's
and
hilarious.
act like it's not happening. I thought it was great.
What are your
all
feelings? What are your feelings on that statue coming down?
I mean, it's tough to have a. I don't know. It's. Oh god.
See, this is what sucks is that you have to, as an athlete,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
to think
You have
before
to-
you
I
say
can't.
something.
I can't
you
actually
literally
say.
have
what-
to just answer like like you're running for office.
Well, not
Not
really. I
really,
can
but like-
have an opinion, and I you know, as a Penn State person, which I'm not, you know, I can see how they're like, oh my gosh,
Right.
this is like, because this is this guy that has been with their program for
Yeah.
however long. And, it's like to them, he was it. He was God,
Right.
Right.
and you know, they have a hard time looking past that.
Can we
But-
say what we feel?
Yeah, go for it.
Neil, what do you feel?
I think fuck him.
The kids?
I think fuck. It's like, yeah, get rid of the statue.
Wait.
Right.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Fuck the kids.
Yeah.
Can
I rape you
No,
anally?
it's like you can't. It's like not. It's
No,
not
no,
even-
yeah, I mean,
it's an
it-
open and shut case to me. It's not like
Yeah,
well,
I-
don't
I-
know. It's
well,
like you can't allow people to get molested. And
Right. I'm
still-
watching these like Penn State students weep at the the outer fence, you know, where they've covered
Yeah.
up, and they're like sitting there weeping, doing the rosary. I'm like, this is not a big deal.
Yeah.
What's a big deal is the fact that this dude with his finger in the air was like, you know, ignoring.
Well, the other thing is the
Well,
years that he
you
was
gotta
molested,
focus on the game. Give
You're
the guy a
thinking too
break.
much. You're thinking too much about the kids.
I think they
That's
should
true.
build a bigger statue.
With a
Yeah.
bigger grin, like a really
Huge,
kind of like.
bigger finger,
I
higher
think
up.
they should make one where he's trampling little kids, where he's running and then there's
There's
little
a sea
kids
of little
getting
kids.
trampled
and
underneath.
then when you
Or
go
if
near it, like
he's just
shower sounds happen.
Oh yeah, he's no. There's 3 Joe Paternos with see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil.
oh
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a great
and
idea.
there's a
3
shower
statues.
noise.
That
yeah,
would be
shower
good.
noises.
yes, like installation art.
Yeah, no, there's a shower literally falling
No,
onto
it's,
it.
yeah, it's like a water. It's like
like a water
water
park.
feature that you can
Yeah,
go play in.
this is a really good
Little
idea.
kids can play. It's like
and,
at
it
Universal
turns
Studios.
into a bird bath, so it's all
Yeah,
good.
that's right.
It's adorable.
This is about bird bath.
Now, all right. So you signed a big contract, but what's great about you is
extension.
It doesn't really matter in that you don't care. I mean, it's not like you don't care about money, but
I like them greenbacks.
No, I mean, if somebody asked me today like how it felt, and honestly, it doesn't feel any different. If you feel, you feel the exact same. It's cool to get to that point where you reach that point in your career where, you have a new you're not on your rookie contract, I guess, because that's not something a lot of guys even get to.
Right.
But at the same time, whatever.
Well, it's like you don't have a big.
Go on.
You don't got a big nut, bro. Your living expenses aren't big.
Oh no, it's pretty simple. I have a house, I have a car.
Yeah, and it's you've
the Kia Sportage.
I have a Kia Optima.
Oh, that's crazy. That's really like a higher level Kia, right?
Yeah, it's actually honestly it's nice.
So you actually have enough money in this new contract to afford a Kia.
Well,
that's what you don't want to talk
car
about.
payment. No,
Right? Yeah, that's
no,
crazy.
That's different.
that's free. That's some free.
No, people all the time, like all the time. Oh, he doesn't really drive a Kia. Like he doesn't really have a Kia. Like I have a Kia.
Have people from your past resurfaced and started saying stuff like, Blake, dog, you remember me, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You said something. I
That's a
coached
great
you in
question.
basketball.
Absolutely.
Have they really?
Like what?
Oh yeah. No, I mean just people who I haven't talked to in a long time. Ask for money, and it's not like people running a charity.
Right.
It's like literally just asking.
Can I have
for
some money?
Yeah. Or asking for a hookup on a car, which means can I get a car, or like
To buy me a car. Hi, Blake. It's
Oh,
me.
yeah.
You might remember me from childhood. Anyway, listen, I would like a car.
not as far back as like just a childhood friend who I didn't talk to, but people that I've people that I've known in my life.
What do you say? Oh, let's do one of those calls right now.
Okay.
Great.
There you go.
Hello.
Yeah, can I, Blake, can I speak to Blake? Blake?
Yes, it's Blake. Who's this?
Dog, what's up, dog? It's me. It's Corn Nuts. Oh! Yo! You remember me, man?
Yeah, Corn.
Dude, man, remember how we were best friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were so tight anyway,
Yeah.
man. What's been going on with you?
Oh, nothing, man. Nothing really.
Cool. I heard about what's been going on with you. Anyway, congrats on the contract, man. Damn.
Thank you, man. Appreciate
Listen,
that.
bro, you know about me and my baby mama, right?
Yeah, how's she doing? How's that?
She's not doing good, man. She's real. We don't have a car. Listen, can you buy me a car?
What so
Dude,
let me click.
Click.
But really, what do you say?
It depends. I mean, most of the time you know it's coming, and
Right.
you just it depends. You
Someone will say so and so is going to call you.
You want to help. Well, yeah, or you get like a text like, "Hey, man, can I talk to you about
Oh,
something?"
that's the worst.
God.
Nothing. Literally, can I talk
Yeah.
to you for a second?
Can I talk to you about something? That is the worst.
But this is how it starts, though. That was pretty much right on, honestly. Except it hasn't really happened that fast.
not that performative, right?
But
you wish it would happen that fast. Because
because
But there's
because-
there's always some reverse engineered narrative about how close you were.
Exactly. No. That's exactly what it is. People are like, "Man, look, man, we've been knowing each other for how long now?" and that
Making
and then,
you say it so that you're declaring the stakes.
12 years now. 12.
You said
Hey,
we
look.
you said we known each other for 12 years. man.
That was your words, man, not mine.
Look though, I never asked you for nothing.
Nor should you have.
Yeah.
And then it comes, but man, I'm in a tight spot.
Right.
Or man, or
You know,
the
I
worst.
wouldn't do this
Right.
if I didn't have.
You know what? I feel almost more. I have more respect for people that just come out and ask than the people that beat around the bush and then get to ask.
So if someone comes out and asks, they're more likely to get the car.
Blake,
Can I have a car? I mean, basically, can I have a car? I want a car. Blake, you've been knowing me for how long?
since last August.
We're on
actually.
50. We're on 54 episodes. You were on episode 4. You've been knowing me for 50 episodes now.
How long we been? How many episodes have we been knowing each other?
I can't even keep
with you,
track.
boy. What
Like
about
how many podcasts we've been knowing each other through?
And yeah, you just kind of I've had people ask me, and you
Come
it's like
fuck
if
with
their
your boy.
kid
What about
is
it?
sick, the fuck. It's just like I literally got to the point. There was a guy who asked me for money, and I said, "Look, man, his name was Country." Literally, that was
To me, you seem like a dude who knows what's up.
Which is a criteria for asking for money.
Right.
basically.
Hey, it's Country. I don't have any money right now, Country.
No, I was like,
Cornets,
look,
Country.
Country, I'll give you. I gave him a bunch. I gave him a job. I gave him a bunch of money, and then at a certain point, I go, I'm not gonna give you any more money until you pay back the money I've already given you.
How? That's what I need the money for, Neal.
I need money.
And
to
here
pay.
you go.
And I never heard from him again.
Yeah.
and he never paid me back.
Like when I do give somebody money, I don't expect to get it back.
Yeah, I don't.
Right. That's
you,
a wise.
You have to just give it and give it. You know, it's not like.
So you've given.
I have. I try. I mean, I try to help out people. Like, but you can't. And there's some people.
Is there a number people can call?
Yeah.
Your cell phone?
1-800.
I have the advantage of not having any money, so nobody hits me up for money. I mean, I've got money for myself.
Right.
No one is looking at me. People are looking at me going, Moshe did well for himself. No one's looking at me going, I might be able to get a little bit of that cheese. Nobody's looking at me like that.
That's the thing. Like that's the thing. People always say money changes you, but it mostly changes the people around you.
That's correct.
A lot
Fame.
more often than not, I think it changes the people around. Well, I can't say that, but
No, I mean,
we all can grow and we all can learn.
No, but I think that you're right. But fame and money changes the way people interact with you because they think that you're a different kind of person.
Absolutely.
But it's also people treat you different. It's impossible to not, if you're treated differently, to not act differently.
Right.
If you get treated special enough, you'll just start to think like, oh, I'm special.
It's like the pretty girl thing. It's like being a pretty girl.
Yeah.
Is there shit where you won't let people do shit for you? You seem like you wouldn't.
I do. I feel I get uncomfortable when people do things for me.
Yeah.
Unless it's like something I literally can't do. If it's something I can't, like,
What about stool samples? You got that?
I can do that. I would rather do things for myself, but it's gotten to a point where sometimes it's easier to take care of that somehow else.
Yeah, no, I feel uncomfortable, like, even when, like, limo drivers take my bags for me.
Yes.
I feel, like, weird. Like, I can do that myself.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, yeah. I never use bellhops and shit.
Yeah.
But you guys your travel is, like, done, correct?
Well,
Like,
yeah,
you
with the
pack
team,
a
with the
bag,
team. Yeah.
and then they will you explain it to people? 'Cause
Or all your jerseys are all packed. Somebody's taking care of that.
Yeah,
so
we don't
no
even
one
we don't
forgets
even
They don't
this.
even see that.
We don't even see that. Like, you
Do they
pack
put it
your,
on for you?
Yeah. I just put my arms up.
Right. It's like Iron Man.
Shirt just falls out of the sky.
Like, all our basketball stuff, shoes, anything like that we don't even see that. They take care of all that.
You pack a bag, then you show up. You drive to the plane.
No. Oh, yeah. Sometimes not even that. Like, I'll pack my bag that, our regular clothes I wear to the games, whatever, in the hotel. You go to practice site, and I give it to our equipment manager. He puts it on the truck, and I don't see it until it comes to my room.
But it's in your room when you get to your room, right?
No, not always, because it depends on how quickly and all that stuff.
Right.
Because they have to get it off the plane, and they
Right.
put it in this big truck and take it to the hotel. Then the bellhop brings it to the room.
Now, when you walk into the arena and they're filming you, is it important that you have, like, an iPod on and that you look very pensive? Have like a sweatsuit on and kind of look to the side like you're very comfortable?
Well, you have to have a NBA dress code on,
right?
And if you don't have your headphones on or around you, they won't film you for the next 2 months. You're on probation period.
You're on probation for not.
Now, what about that?
What
What about that look in your face where you're, like, determined but calm? Is that do you have to do that?
Yeah, normally what I do is just pick a spot in the hallway and just look that way.
Do you get into big metal tubs after the game with whirlpools, and then the coach will come in and be like, "Good game."
Rub your shoulders for a second. Like, hey,
you did it really
get
good.
some rest tonight, okay?
Kind of a thing.
You really did
Will you
great.
explain to people the frozen machine?
Oh, the cryotherapy?
Yeah, the cryotherapy, please.
Yeah, so we have this, there's a new thing now that athletes are doing everywhere called cryotherapy, where it's literally, there's different kinds. There's like a 3-chamber one. There's a 2-chamber one. The 2-chamber one is
Is this a bong?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't do drugs.
Chronotherapy.
No way, Jose Canseco. Go ahead.
You get into this, like, room. It's like a sauna, only reverse. It's just super cold.
Whoa.
So you go into a room and it's freezing. It's negative 100.
Shut up. Sent
But
me
it's
a video.
dry. It's dry.
It's a dry cold.
It's a dry cold.
But
so
you're in, like,
it's
a
not
chamber, right? It's
well,
like
there's different ones. The
Okay.
chamber is like the level number 1. And then the actual rooms are like the next level.
Is
to
this
it.
the plot to Prometheus?
and and that's how Thor was created.
Wait, so you go into chamber 1 and it's negative 100 degrees? I feel like I would kill a person.
It's even more than that. No, it's hard. It's because it's nitrogen.
Are you naked?
you have on. You can keep like your underwear on.
What's
So,
your
like, I
dick
have
doing
on,
at
like,
this
tights.
point? Is it like nice? Is it nice and long?
I'm trying to find the picture.
And what's it
So
supposed to
anyways,
do?
It's basically recovery. So it's like you go for a run if you're like an athlete, or you work out and you put ice on your knees, you put ice on whatever. It's
right.
like that for your whole body. It lowers your core temperature, which resets your central nervous system, which allows you to perform at a higher level
Like
next time you
it
perform.
replenishes your blood or something in a way that would normally take 24 hours. Your body thinks it's freezing to death.
Crazy.
Are you shivering like extremely
no.
super fucking
well,
cold?
Whoa, I'm looking at it right now.
Super
It is
cold.
some. It is some legit Doc Brown type of like.
He sent me that video.
1.1 gigawatts. I mean, that is insane. We do have a website, by the way. Way to keep up. It's thechampsio.com, and it's a very nice website.
Maybe I'll put that website.
That's
that video
crazy.
Up, it's just you.
I can send you the longer one.
Standing in a chamber, and then how long?
Just like
he's
fake
like a
3
big
minutes.
silver cylinder.
Literally,
with his
like
head popped out.
it looks fake. It looks like
it
a
does.
commercial for some silly thing.
It looks like
Yeah.
Austin Powers.
Yeah, it looks like
Your head sticking out of like basically like a
Big-
giant can.
and there's like smoke machine smoke coming up,
And
but
is
it's
it
nitrogen.
That's the nitrogen.
negative 300 the whole time, or like in spurts?
No, negative 160 degrees. It blasts like blast. But
How do you
but the
feel?
actual rooms are just like like that. You know, you go into the first room, close the door, you wait there 30 seconds to like let it re-cold. Then you go to the next room and it is freezing cold, and you're just walking around like with gloves. You have on like socks and like house shoes and gloves.
House shoes like what Mexicans wear? That's crazy. From the flea market?
Exactly.
The ones with the clear toes that and then like with like a dragon on
That's
it.
great. You go to the
Those ones?
swap meet, you get some house shoes, and then you go to
It's
the
bring your
cryo
own
chamber.
house shoes. It's bring your own house shoes. Then you have like a like a headband, like a thing to keep your head like kind of warm.
A do-rag. You get a do-rag and some house shoes.
to keep the waves right.
You have to dress trifling. They demand, and you have to wear a 3/4 T-shirt down to your knees.
You gotta wear a tall tee.
And you gotta ride a dirt bike
You
around.
remember Chris Rock in New Jack City? You essentially
like
look like that.
Yeah. So it's
And
nuts,
how do you feel? Are you like shivering, awful, cold, pain?
it's very cold, but it's bearable. You know,
You
and then
like
and
live
once
in a world of ice. It seems like.
yeah, I ice all the time. I get in the cold tub.
Yeah, no, but you do. You're just constantly fucking icing yourself.
It's all about recovery, man.
Right.
That's the biggest thing, because the quicker and the more what's the word I'm looking for here? The more efficiently you recover, the more you can train, the bigger, better, the faster.
And you said you
stronger
can do
get.
that ice. You can do the
Right.
cold room, and then you can. You said you could work out twice in the same day if you wanted to, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
you can do that anyway. So.
Are you?
Yeah, but like comfortably.
guys,
I'm really athletic.
Yeah, it just allows you to, and you get better. You sleep better. It has a lot of good effect.
What did you pick up at the Olympics? Playing with those guys.
A lot
So
of
it's the
lot of
first time
free,
you guys.
like some jerseys, shoes,
Syphilis.
No, but you guys. You never really like play hard with those guys at All-Star games.
Right. Well, I was there for a short amount of time, but we got after it, guys. Especially when you're playing in that setting, because there's so many guys that are good. That it's like you have to play hard. You can't just mess around. Like it's not an all-star game. It's actually you're trying to win a gold medal.
Right.
So the way you prepare has to be gold medal.
It's got a good gold medal preparation.
It's got to be first place.
I don't want this shit to get ugly, Slim.
Yeah, that's what our coach told us before every practice. That's an actual clip of
That's
Coach
a
K.
Coach
He
K.
talks very street.
He gets very.
Thanks
grimy.
for getting
He
me that
gets
recording.
Crazy grimy.
Oh
So,
yeah, no problem.
Blake, if you don't care about money, I mean, obviously you're happy to have the money, but if that's not your primary goal, what is it that drives you to work this? What drives you to work this hard? What do you want?
It's a competitive spirit. You want to be the best.
You want to be the great, like have
you want to be the GOAT. You want to
Yeah,
be
the
the greatest,
GOAT.
greatest of all time.
I'm the goat. I'm the goat second. I'm the goat second mic on the Champs podcast.
Do you want to be the coldest?
No, you said
The coldest of all time. The coat.
Trying to be the
You want to be the coat?
The coat.
Coatest.
coldest of all time.
The coat. Blake Griffin is the coat.
But you said that like losing the playoffs was fucking hurtful.
Yeah, it hurts a lot. We got swept, which is not easy for me to talk about. Like it
Is it embarrassing?
I can't really say it's embarrassing because these things happen.
Right.
But it hurts. Like, and you work hard. Like you work hard to try to win, and it's hard to win.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. Like that keeps me coming back. Is how hard it is to win. Like if my first 6 years in the league, you won 6 in a row, it'd be like, man, like.
Yeah.
If it was easy to win, I don't think I would have the same drive.
So you get like Durant crying after the finals.
Absolutely.
Like, because that's the thing is, I can't imagine doing something. I guess if a movie like The Goods bombing hurt, but I don't know if there was. I mean, it didn't do good. But it's like there's never a moment.
Right.
That's the thing is like the fact that it's public has got to be. Fucking got to make it sting extra where you're like, oh, fucking everybody saw that.
Does it feel good to win, or does it just only feel good that you don't have to feel the pain of losing?
Yeah, it feels
like losing is worse than winning is good.
Yeah, the pain of losing is worse than the joy of winning.
Always. We could compare that to comedy pretty easily.
Yeah, like you feel worse when you bomb.
Way worse than when you kill.
Yeah.
They should put a cold cylinder behind the comedy stages
That's
when
right.
we bomb.
Between sets.
I
gotta recover from that.
Moshe, you killed it.
I got to cryo freeze before I go down to the Laugh Factory.
You should just keep your car on freezing cold air conditioning.
But that
to your next
it's a
set.
trick I learned from the NBA.
I know some guys.
Just your air conditioner.
How you guys doing tonight? I'm kind of cold right now.
What else is going on?
But you don't. You like. But that's the thing. You don't read shit about yourself, right?
No, try not to.
And do you?
I read negative stuff.
You do.
Yeah, I think it's good motivation.
You really do?
Depending on the thing.
Because it seems like it's mostly negative now.
Oh,
It
yeah,
seems
absolutely.
like there is no positive sports stories anymore. It's just like,
no, I mean, there's positive for some people.
So-and-so's a disappointment.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you that it's the negative to positive that you see is like absolutely crazy. Like there's so much negative stuff that I see. Like,
and
sometimes you're like, wow, like I thought I was good enough to play in the NBA. honestly, people kill you for small mistakes. I just finished my second year, and I just get killed for not being a complete player.
Yeah,
killed. Like people are like, oh, you gotta shoot a jump. You're never gonna win a championship. You gotta shoot a jump. This is my second year.
Yeah.
Granted, some guys come in and they're ready right away.
Right, but here's the other thing. You were about as good as any. You won Rookie of the Year. That was very good.
But all I did was dunk it, Neal. That's all.
No, but that's what I was saying is like you're being held to a higher criticism. I mean, aren't there tons of, not to lambaste anybody in the NBA, but you're
lambaste these motherfuckers.
I'm about to lambaste the fool. I don't care. I'll lambaste. I will lambaste
these motherfuckers real quick.
But you're one of the, select, I don't know how many, 20, 50
He's one of the
people.
best 20 players in the league.
Yeah, so they say these are guys. I mean, there's a lot of
not according to a lot of people.
Well,
but
whatever. I'm
according
just
to
saying
the voters on the All NBA team.
Whatever on that. I'm
guess
just saying
so,
there's a
yeah.
lot of rank and file NBA players who no one is really even criticizing who aren't, right? I mean, you paint a larger and larger target on yourself.
When you're on the highlight package,
right?
when you're in, guys like LeBron was considered the best player for a long time, and after this decision thing, it just all blew up because if this was some dude who was like the 13th man on the roster who said, "I'm taking my talents to South Beach," no one would care.
Right? They'd be like, "Okay, see ya, have a good one."
Yeah.
Speaking of being,
but what do you do? Do you just ignore it? I mean, you can't ignore it. Like but
yeah, you do ignore it. You have to ignore it.
You take a little bit of it in, criticism wise.
Yeah,
and then you just go like, because all you do is dunk. You can't shoot jumpers and you can't make free throws.
Yeah.
Okay. So he knows, everybody, just in case you're wondering what the like. But that's the thing is like, and they grade every game. That's like, what do you do?
That's crazy.
They
grade every player.
Like, there's a Clipper thing on ESPN where they'll go like, they'll grade every game of the Heat and the Clippers and certain teams, and then every player, the starting five will all get grades.
Crazy.
For pretty much every game.
Are you passing?
No, I'm probably failing after.
You need a tutor.
After my second stint.
Speaking of being roasted for small mistakes, I just want to point out that from my vantage point, I can see that Neal is wearing ankle-length NBA socks with the NBA logo on them that he clearly chose in order to see a movie with Blake Griffin.
No, I'll tell you what. These are Blake Griffin was nice enough a year ago to give me 6 pairs of NBA socks.
That is pretty cool.
Or 4 pairs.
Were you texting him and hollering at him? Like,
I was just like,
stuff?
yo, let me know.
Hey, it's me, country.
You got a free minute coming up?
Can I get a Kia?
How long I've been knowing you?
How about some socks, bitch?
I'll tell you what, I can't do the car, but I'll tell you what I can do for you. How does 6 pair of NBA logo ankle socks sound to you?
Best socks on earth.
Still in the package.
Pairs. A lot of people this year took shots at you. Now, do you think that that's because the guy's taking shots at you on the court physically? Do you think that's because they're jealous? Do you think it's because they don't want to they don't want to be on the highlight package? Or do you think it's because the NBA rules are such that you basically can't fight back and they know that?
No, I don't think it's because anybody's jealous. I think it's just I think that's everybody has a scouting report before the game, and it's don't let me get to my launch point, or you know what I mean? Don't let me get to the point where I'm going up, foul me before that.
Right.
So that's just the way it is.
And do you have any if that do you change your launch point? Is there a counter move? So
Look,
think my launch point.
I call a few people and move some things around.
Being honest,
I don't exactly know why I said that. I didn't have a good word for.
No, but that's right. That's probably and it's probably like if you foul.
Once I get into the air, it's easier to foul somebody when they're on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And
also
once somebody's in the air, you run the risk of them finishing,
right?
And getting a foul,
right? And also flagrant. But dudes were
finish him.
I knew that was coming.
Dudes were there were some cheap shots. Like dudes got suspended for going after him.
Yeah, a lot of guys got suspended this year. Just not just on me, on period. It was a good year for flagrants.
I got a question. Your new teammate Lamar Odom is from that show Chloe and Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
He likes to eat candy in bed, and I was wondering what's your favorite candy.
That's a good question.
It's a great. You know what? Fuck it. That's a great question.
That's a great question.
Honestly, I got a bit of a sweet tooth.
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay for you to eat candy, or do you have to stick to a strict diet?
I mean, you don't have to, but the healthier you are, the better you perform. So
that's right, Blake. And I'm Jose Canseco, and I should know.
But once in a while, you got to take a break with a Kit Kat.
No, I don't like.
But wait, what would be your favorite?
I'd probably have to say peanut M&Ms right now. I'm really onto peanut.
Oh,
M&Ms.
well, I'll fuck with that.
I would say that's my least favorite candy.
Got a little protein in them.
You've changed your diet.
Don't ignore the important question.
Fucking guy just went on a juice fest. We're sitting here talking, but this fucking guy.
I can't believe I forgot to. 3-day juice fast, which isn't much.
What's the company?
Did you do the
Creation?
one that
Creation?
Did they deliver it
Montana.
to your house?
Yeah, no, they do, but I picked it up.
Oh, okay.
I would have felt weird if they delivered it to my house. And it was awful.
Yeah.
In the mornings, it was fine. I would go do rehab. I would work out and come home, drink some more juice. Around 4 or 5 o'clock, headache.
Yeah.
You know, just like grumpiness, like just bad things.
Like headache that you could sleep through, or just headache? Like
yeah, I could sleep through it.
Did it help you? Do you feel that it was?
I lost 12 pounds.
That's crazy.
In 3 days. I think my brother did it, and his wife also did it. I think he lost around 8 pounds. I don't know what. I know my brother's wife got a migraine from it and
had to
threw
stop.
up. Like no, she didn't stop. She powered through. Yeah.
Did she really?
Proud of her.
Oh,
yeah.
I would have totally given. I thought you were going to give up.
I thought I was too.
Can you just drink water to kind of like make yourself feel full or something?
Yeah, you can drink water, but it's at a certain point you're like, oh.
It's only 3 days. Don't some people do these like month long?
I watched a documentary on a guy that did it 60 days.
Dude,
but they say after day 3 it's easier.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we just
right.
kinda, like the juice that we drank was 1,200 calories a day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like one of my meals.
Yeah, that's crazy.
One of my like 5 or 6 meals a day, you know? So like it
Are
was,
you supposed to eat 6,000 calories a day?
Yeah.
Take us through your diet
6,000.
for the day.
50? That's a fucking lot, man.
Well, you burn in a workout. Like if you go hard enough, you burn like 3,000.
Now, if I run
in just like an hour and 15 minutes.
No, I mean it's like 4 hours.
What are you doing for 4 hours?
Just like throwing medicine balls and dunking them.
Like, what
Just a series of jumps. We went over this last time.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's weights. It's a lot of basketball is where you burn the most because it's basically constant running. Like it's like short bursts.
But you just don't.
All right, this is an obvious question. Is playing in the NBA hard? Meaning when it's like
some athletes just want the endorsement deal.
It seems like the games are they that hard? Are the games that fucking hard that like if I went through an NBA game,
he's not
just
gonna
a
give you any
regular
more
person
socks.
on the street, would I just be covered in bruises and aching?
An
And
NBA
you played like serious minutes, and
Yeah,
guys were
I
playing.
starting minutes, played 34 minutes.
Well, honestly, it's different because like, yeah. Well, you
Was
wouldn't be
World
covered
Peace
in
hitting you
bruises,
with an elbow?
but it's physically taxing. But the thing about it is, it's not just one game. It's the 4 more games you play in the next 7 days.
Right. One after another after
Yeah,
another.
it's the 4th game in 5 nights.
Is that why Steve Nash looks like that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Moving on to Steve Nash. How do you feel about Steve Nash coming to LA?
It'll be great. I mean, it'll be great for them. He's obviously still got a lot left, and it'll make them better. He's a great point guard, but I think we have a better point guard.
Really, than Steve Nash?
It's my point guard.
Cool.
Yeah, I think we do.
I would think we're.
I mean, I know we do.
That's exciting.
No offense, Steve Nash. You're great.
Yeah, it was close. A couple years ago, it's
Well,
a different
yeah,
story
yeah.
than
I
Steve
mean,
Nash.
it's
Yeah,
Steve is.
But now sports writers are such bitches at the right. Like Griffin calls out Nash in crosstown.
Right.
Griffin says Nash is nothing.
is second in the city.
Yeah, it'll come out. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll come out.
It'll come out
It'll come out.
That'll get us on the blogs.
Yeah, wait, guys, we just got on the blogs, guys. If you didn't think that my poop story got on the blog,
you finally got the soundbite
we can cut it. We can cut it.
Well, it's sort of exciting times for Los Angeles basketball, right? I mean, it's
if they want slogans.
Do you get a piece of Lob City?
No, man. That's what hurts the most about Lob City is I don't get a piece of that. Now
He comes up with Lob. They find out that they got Chris Paul.
Let me.
Yeah, go ahead. Set the stage.
We're doing like the community thing. It was after practice one day, and we're at like the Air Force Base in L.A. And we go in, say hello to everybody, come out, and they're like, hey, the trade just went down. We knew it was going to go down, and so my teammate and I are like kind of like mocking it, like mocking how crazy everybody was going to go. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, it's going to be Lob City. And I jump out and do like this twirl. And the cameras, I was mic'd up for the appearance that we did, and they never ever put stuff like that on there. You know what I mean? Right. If I'm saying something to like, if I'm on the phone and
so it was like the Clippers camera people.
No, it was like the Fox Sports West or whatever. So later that night, literally like 3 hours later, I start getting a bunch of like hits on Twitter about Lob City, and there's this video. It's a video of me saying that.
And they know that you're mocking.
No, I didn't know you were mocking.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Like 90% of the people that saw that were probably like, oh yeah, like love it. Like,
I thought you were just like a little kid excited.
I got the clip.
I don't know. My agent was thinking it's a great trade. So yes, sir. Thank you.
I'm talking to people.
That's pretty cool.
And that's my teammate talking like, hey, so who was all in the trade, blah blah blah. But I had found out on the bus.
Are you serious? That'd be Lob City.
You sound so excited.
No, he's like a little kid.
So genuinely excited.
We don't care.
So this is a conversation that my teammate is having with his agent, which should never air. And it went on the air, and I was really upset with how Fox Sports West, I'm talking to you, how they handled the whole situation.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Why does that affect you negatively? Who cares?
Well, it's just like it's just
right.
like, you know how like when LeBron and them went to the Heat and they were like not one, not two, that's like the sound clip. That's what I thought it was going to be. And it's like from then on out, all I heard, like, when we started the season is like, well, they better not be so worried about Lob City and be more worried about Defense City.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
You
stuff like that.
Kings
You bring
came
that
down
stuff
here.
on yourself when stuff like that gets out, and it's just extra on top of everything.
You sound arrogant, and then you don't follow through, and they're like, what about, I get what you're saying.
And it's just like, oh, and like you get swept in the playoffs, and they're like, oh, Lob City,
go back to Lob City.
Yeah, I guess that really worked out for you. You know, it's stuff
Back to
like
the drawing
that
board.
it's just like you just bring, and it's one of those things that it really doesn't matter because people are going to say whatever they want anyway, but it's just one of those things where you bring it on yourself, and it's just extra unneeded drama.
And you're supposed to have some relationship with the press where they interview you so much that they would respect a thing like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then how do you deal with Cayman and the guys that get traded?
Man, it was sad because I was close with Cayman. Eric
Sob
Gordon.
City.
Oh, God.
Making to the podcast.
Yeah, that's getting back.
And I'm back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad because it's like if you and Moshe and DJ Douggpound, you guys are just sitting there.
If Doug got traded to the WTF podcast,
and it's like to another city. Like he goes and lives somewhere else. Like it's like that's sad,
You said something to me one time. And
It's
I don't
a
know
part of the game.
But you said that you thought San Antonio played better against you guys.
Oh, absolutely.
Than they did against Oklahoma.
Absolutely. Well, the first 2 games against Oklahoma City when they won, they played great, just like they played against us. But they just, and I don't want to take anything away from Oklahoma City because they played great as well in those last 4 games. But San Antonio was just on their game.
Yeah.
And it was tough.
They were like they hadn't lost in months.
Look, it was hard out there. I saw some things.
So you're saying the NBA, in summation, is hard?
It is difficult.
It's hard to play professional basketball.
So on the 4th night are you just sore?
You're tired. You have low energy. You physically can't play your best basketball.
And does it feel like I would feel if I just worked out the day before and like my shit is sore?
Or way worse?
It's more than just being sore. It's being just so tired. Like this season was even different because we went from January 20th to April 26th or something like that, playing every other day, at least every other day. So some days we would play like back to back, and we never had more than 1 day in between games, which is the human body is literally not built to do that. Just like runners or marathon runners, it's not built to do that. Like,
do people know that? Are games more heavily attended at the beginning of a series or of a is that what it's called?
No, I don't think people.
In the playoffs?
I think,
no, not in the playoffs, but like regular.
I think people considered this season because of an unmitigated success. I think that other than the injuries, I thought it was because they started late, so it was started on Christmas, and then it was
we were all thrown together.
Did Oklahoma not take San Antonio out of the game, or you just think San Antonio ran out of gas? Or do you think that when you said that it pissed you off, you were like, San Antonio was playing better against us, did it make you feel like somehow you guys were insufficient? Meaning did it make you feel like Oklahoma was playing better than you?
It's not just like, San Antonio just messed this all up.
Right.
Like, Oklahoma City was better than us against them.
Right.
Like they had a better they were better. That's why they won.
And what would you get? What should you get? How could you have beat San Antonio?
It would have helped if we were a little bit healthier. Even the guys that were playing, we had one guy with a broken finger. Chris Paul had a strained groin and a strained hip flexor. I've
had that kind of night, but myself
I had a messed up knee. It's just we weren't healthy.
Eating too many M&Ms.
Yeah, those hotel rooms.
M&Ms.
Every hotel room has peanut M&Ms. If they have like the little candy section, they have peanut.
And you'll
M&Ms.
fuck them up every time.
And it gets me every time.
Neal, favorite candy? You don't really fuck with candy. Vegan cookie.
Yeah, I do. I fuck with Tootsie Pops.
Tootsie Pop.
Flavored.
Interesting. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm like an enormous gummy candy like freak, like to the point that I have fans bring me gummy candy to shows and stuff.
Wow.
And I will literally, no matter what quantity, I suck my dick. You ask the goddamn candy question yourself.
I didn't ask you.
Do you guys mind if I talk to the NBA All-Star real quick?
Not at all.
Well, we're going to just talk about candy over
But before you do, do you feel Abba Zaba or Bit of Honey's better?
So what are you gonna do? You've also said some interesting shit about shooting jumpers to me off the record. I don't know if you want to go on the record.
Yeah. You mean like what I'm doing this summer?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I hired a shooting coach.
Mm-hmm.
Work with hing every single day.
And what did you guys do?
Just a series of jumps.
What did you like? What you talked about? You
change your mechanics a little bit. Just streamline it, kind of, and hopefully that helps.
You said something interesting, which is you were shooting on the down as you were falling down.
Yeah.
You were turning everything into like a fadeaway kind of.
Yeah, kind of a fadeaway or arm shot, and also bring it behind my head slightly. Like if you watched me shoot, you wouldn't be like, "Oh, that's a terrible shot." It was. It was decent, I guess. But now just kind of streamline it. But I still have a lot of work to do.
That's exciting. Do you feel improvement from it already?
Yeah, absolutely. It took a little bit, but you finally turn a corner to where you're just like, oh, yes.
When you're like, I suck, and this isn't gonna work. Just let me shoot my own way.
Yeah, you struggle with it because when you relearn all this stuff, I guess you shoot terrible. You shoot worse than you ever have.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then you finally turn a corner because it all kind of clicks together. It's not like relearning to shoot completely.
Right.
But yeah, I turned the corner and felt a lot better about it. And then I got hurt and lost it all.
So that's coming up. But that
it all went down the drain. All that hard work. So long hard
so
work.
I quit.
And what are you missing free throws must make you fucking crazy.
Yeah, because it's mental for me. Like I can go into the practice gym by myself and hit like 20. If I shoot 100, I can hit like 85.
Yeah.
And which is 85%. And then get into games and shoot 60 or 50. And towards the end I shot a little bit better in the playoffs. I think I shot like 75.
Do those fans with those things that they're slamming back and forth?
But that hurt your feelings, all right?
Yes. Guys,
stop.
I'll shoot. Just they have to stop.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be a great moment in basketball.
Ref.
Make them stop. Come here. Make them stop.
You're not a head case.
No, but that's what's weird about it. I don't know. I think I've turned the corner though. Tune into season 3 and you'll find out.
Yeah, I'm excited to see.
No, that
you
is
play
interesting because you ever have where you're just bombing?
Absolutely.
You're just bombing and you
again
kind of
and
just
again
have
and
a
again.
stink on you.
You just go. You think to yourself, "Oh shit, am I not funny?"
Yeah.
I guess I'm not funny.
Even though it's like, yes.
You're like, I know
like,
my
right.
jokes are funny, but you just have a stink on you.
Yeah, for
when
sure.
I'm by myself telling my jokes, 85% of them are really good. And I do them in front of people, and no one likes them.
No,
and it's like 15% are good.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, but people are like, fuck you. I mean, it's the amount of like venom they spew.
You know what happened one time? We were up pretty big, and it was like the fourth quarter. We had already come out. The starters had come out. And how they do those, like, make a layup, make a free throw, make a three, you win $1,000.
Right.
This guy comes out, and the lady interviewing her, she's like, all right, you ready to get going? And he's like, yeah, hey, Blake, this is how you make a free throw.
Oh, my God.
On the mic into, like, the whole arena, but you couldn't really hear real well. And no one was like, and everybody's like, oh, this guy.
Did you go back there and hold up some of those things?
He makes his little layup, goes to the free throw line, misses every single free throw, and the time expires. And I looked at him like, yeah, now you know what I'm dealing with.
The difference between you having a bad streak of sets and you having a bad streak of whatever is that no one cares if you kill.
That's the thing that
no one has an emotional investment in you doing well.
It's like, you know how like sitcom actors are on TV, they 20 episodes a year. He has 82 games plus the playoffs.
Right.
So you're on a TV show 95. You were on a TV show, not this year, but like 95 times.
That's fascinating, actually.
In 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
and also like 20,000 people come to each of those TV shows.
Right. To
That's watch.
Crazy. The live studio audience is 20,000 people.
Well, I don't know how many people. How many?
About 20,000 people watch
Staples Center.
No. But that's the thing of like the amount of kind of. It's a weird kind of fame.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Like it's because I just was thinking about it. It's like because because you're very recognized. You're also fucking huge. That
Well, and there's not a lot of people that look like me. It's.
Ain't nobody else pretty red.
Blake,
It's
do you think
tough.
after basketball would you? Not that basketball ever end. I'm just saying, like one
it does.
day
You have to prepare for it.
You take a turn in your career. Would you ever want to like get into acting or movies? Maybe do something like Kazam starring Shaq?
That's a good question.
People have asked me that a lot, and I don't know. I don't think I could do it just because I don't know how much. If I was one of those actors where I was actually good at it, and people like thought I was good at it, like maybe.
Like when you're doing the
But I
when
think
you're doing the
you're good-
commercials, are they like, you nailed it first take?
Well,
or do
yeah,
you
but
have to,
see,
like,
that's the
is it
thing.
tough?
The bar is set so low for athletes that when I
Right.
do a commercial, they're like, "Oh, that was."
No, I know, but when we did
was
the
great.
ESPY thing with him, we were all like, "What the fuck?" Like you guys,
Right.
you were
He
good
sucked,
and Ken
or-
was good.
Are you
but that's-
known-
But you don't want to be Rick Fox. That's the thing. That's
Exactly.
You just don't want to be like
Well-
Rick Fox who played for the Lakers. You don't want to be Rick Fox for a lot of reasons. You don't. But you don't want to be Rick Fox because I'm sure he goes on auditions and shit.
Oh yeah, see, I don't like. That's not really doesn't really appeal to me. I would
No?
rather do like the other side of
Yeah,
movies and
my
stuff.
prediction for Blake is that he has a big writing and directing and producing.
I thought you were gonna say you're gonna do like reality show like Chloe and Lamar.
Well, what I meant was a singing career.
That other side. Oh, you're thinking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
producing like movies?
Not producing.
So listen,
I would
hey,
love to.
Blake,
whoa, we
Blake,
need some money.
Blake,
Hey,
it's
hey,
me,
hey,
Moshe
hey,
calling.
hey, hey,
Hey, you remember me from the Champs like 15 years ago?
This is country.
Yo,
we gotta
I've
make a
fallen
movie.
on some hard times, and I
you
knew.
know me. I've been out here.
I don't know if you remember. You said you were interested in producing films. Anyway, let me do the light pitch real quick. All right, cool. So
Here's
it's
my
me. I'm a
script.
Here we go.
gangbanger, right? I'm a gangbanger, and it's my
I just
gang,
got out of
right?
prison,
okay,
right?
okay, I'm out of prison.
Okay, it's crazy. Everything crazy.
It's me.
Everything
It's my
crazy
boy
out there,
Country,
right?
my boy Corn Nuts, right? We having problems. Okay,
Thin
so
Mint.
It's about our friendship with you growing up. It's
Yeah, you
about
know.
all the crazy shit we
No,
did.
I know we didn't have that, but we could have it.
But I believe that you have because he'll like Blake's funny.
No, but that's what I was gonna. Of course, you're funny and you're
Very
great.
handsome.
No,
Thanks,
but
Moshe.
are you known as a funny guy? Like how Charles Barkley is like known to be like a funny dude. Like he is, right?
Yeah.
Like, are
but
you-
Barkley was like,
But he's
a
louder
loose
than you are.
cannon.
Yeah, right. Are you
It's-
known
well,
like
it's
that?
different. I'm completely different. Than
Would you be one of those like
No, I'm just
guys on
saying-
a sports show? Like
That's what I mean. Yeah. Do people go, "Oh, that dude is funny"?
No, not like that because I'm not like a just talk.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm like I'm not like podcast. Come on.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. I always say white basketball players are pretty much guaranteed announcing jobs afterward. And because you have to be so fucking dumb to be like a recognizable. The basketball players that get jobs are the parable announcers.
Oh, sure.
And so, but I always say the white guys have it made. Like Steve Kerr was just like automatically like, Steve, please come right this way, please. Luke Longley,
At his retirement press conference,
they were just like, and
signed
now
his
we'd like to offer you a job.
it was also a
but no.
press conference to announce him signing with TNT.
Yeah,
But this is an interesting question. What if did we ask this one last time? What if the NBA collapsed tomorrow and there was no more basketball?
Do you worry about that? Like when your knee hurts, are you like, fuck? Like I would think you would think it every time you get injured. You're like, one of these times it could be fatal to my career.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But like I'm not worried. I would miss basketball.
I don't
That's
think
what
you're
would happen.
happy enough.
Like the money, like I could get a job. Who cares? Like
Right.
You get a job selling Kias.
yeah, I literally wouldn't mind. Like if I had to get a job, I'd get a job. Like it wouldn't be a thing. It would just I would miss playing basketball.
But what would you do? Yeah.
I mean, I probably couldn't tell you exactly right now. I would want to.
I tell you, I can't answer this question. If comedy evaporated tomorrow, what would I do? I don't have an answer.
I
either.
don't
I
either.
predict some
but
kind of showbiz for both of you.
I know for a fact I could find something and not just like work at Finish Line selling shoes. Like I could do. I could have a real job.
Obviously.
You know.
What about
that's
you,
the thing
Neal?
about-
Could you answer that question?
I mean, I'm semi-retired anyway.
That's true, I guess.
But the thing about basketball is like, it's a weird job in that I always used to do a joke with somebody, which is like, where else are you just working with 12 black dudes, where you guys are basically in charge? You know what I mean? Like, it's like their FedEx.
Well, and also, what jobs do you have where the retirement age, the average like like a great career is like 15 years. Great career.
The best.
The best career is 15
Right.
years. So like, you know,
Juwan
and
Howard,
most guys
the
start when they're
best career
20.
you can
So
have.
How long have like Kobe and LeBron been playing?
LeBron's been in 9 years. 2003 he was drafted, I think. So
Yeah, so 9.
9 years. Wow.
Kobe's been
16, I think.
Yeah.
But Kobe's only 33. Yeah, that is the thing. I guess you do have to kind of think about that it's over soon.
Yeah.
But it is a fucking great job. Besides the soreness. You know what you said that was interesting to me one time is that the amount of adrenaline that you get from playing in the NBA is really hard to match.
That's interesting.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do in my life that matches like walking back out on the court in the fourth quarter with like 20 seconds and it's like a tie game.
Crazy.
You're down 1 or you're up 1, whatever. There's nothing that can match that.
What
and
if
like
you were being like
everybody's
hunted
going
in
crazy.
the wild or something?
I don't do that in my regular life.
I mean, you could do that.
Look, if you want adrenaline, we can get you adrenaline.
Yeah.
It's how
I'm an adrenaline junkie.
Yeah, but do you get nervous at the end of games?
No, not nervous, but I like it's intense. Like you feel it.
Steely determination.
Yeah.
Like, but it's just a lot of adrenaline?
It's a lot of fun. Like it's adrenaline, but it's like fun. It's not like nervousness, you know?
Right.
Yeah. What's like going on stage? You don't get nervous, do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
No. I mostly, if I do an occasional black show, I'll get nervous.
Right. Right. No. I mean,
but you know what I mean. But like, I don't get nervous. But like
is
TV shows.
Is that
TV
because
shows is a different thing?
Is that because you feel like you relate better with like a white audience?
Well, it's
no.
just,
it's just a higher bar if you do a black show.
Yeah. You just black shows are sink or swim every
You've
time.
always wanted to play basketball for an all-black audience, correct? I always felt like they should have Black Night at NBA games. So it's just
with all white players.
No, all the regular players, but like, it's so you don't. That's interesting. And do you have to if feel like you have a lot of adrenaline? Do you? And maybe the ball's coming to you and it's your shot.
Well, Neal, I do not shoot.
You're not a shooter.
Let me reiterate
they didn't draw up a dunk for
the
you
dunk's
to do?
coming to me.
But do you get all right? Like a guy like whoever has to take the shot.
But I'll be in the play a lot. Like I will.
Yeah, you'll set a pick.
Well, no, I mean I'll be like a passer or something.
You lob it.
You know, I'll be the lobber.
Or if you're passing the ball and you know you have a lot of adrenaline, do you have to take a little bit? Do you try to counteract your body, or you just do?
You just do.
You just do your thing.
Yeah, you don't like. I don't. If I was taking a shot, like I'm not like, okay, I gotta take some off of this one.
15%. Okay, Blake, get your heart rate. Okay, now do some quick figures. All right, well we gotta go, but if you have listened to Blake Griffin on the Champs podcast and you're still undecided about it, you got a lot of good reviews last time, right? People were very nice about you being on the Champs.
He only reads the bad ones.
Wait, hold on.
I didn't hear any bad ones.
We actually had this review. Hey, now that you guys are better at interviewing people, can you have Blake Griffin on the podcast again? So it was like a positive for you and a negative for us.
Like now.
It's also a positive that you guys are getting better.
It's a backhanded compliment.
You can't expect to be at your best when you start.
That was our first season,
and you knew that. You were patient with us.
Yeah.
Although I don't think this was any better or worse than the last time.
I actually think this was.
I enjoy it because it's not just all about me.
Yeah.
It's just jokes. Just fun.
I learned about
Doug. Are you ready with some hot music?
I'd just like to say thanks for having me.
Thank you, Blake. We love you.